something really interesting. It's part of our component table. Couple of tutorial before, we built this procedure which can generate a drop-down for particular table. For example, we have tables like country, we have tables as city, we have tables like street. This is a table that have multiple options, and these options shouldn't be provided by the user as text field, because we have a table with their IDs. So if we want to have a normalized data, if we want to have the right, for example, the right street ID here when create a profile, or when we create a new service for city, we should make our data creation forms with predefined values as the dropdown. So we already executed this procedure for the tables: street table, the country table, the city table. And what actually we did recently was that here we added some new arguments to the component dropdown procedure. We added the parent argument and the parent key argument. As you can see, we have the country table and we have the city tables, and the city table has one-to-one relationship with the country. So one city has for sure one country. And imagine that we have 1,000 of cities. If you want to select a relevant city, for example, if we first choose Bulgaria, yes, and then we choose, we have to choose only a cities relevant to Bulgaria. For example, if we have here another city, which is, let's say, New York, which is in America. So if I choose Bulgaria, I shouldn't let user to be able to choose New York, because New York is not in Bulgaria. So that is going to be a wrong choice by the user. In order to prevent that, we extended our procedure and added two arguments, as I mentioned before. And when we have provided parent and parent key, we have here this, let's find it, yeah, this condition: when the parent table is provided, there is a join to that parent table based on the parent key. What does parent key means? The parent key, for example, in the city table, the parent key is country. It's a country ID which points to the country table. So once I execute this procedure with these new parameters, we provided these attributes: data parent, which is for example city, or the parent of the city is country, and we provided also data parent ID, which is the country ID. Why we need that? Because with this one later we can have a JavaScript behavior that show only relevant to selected country cities. For now, if you execute this drop down for the city, for the city table, we have city. We want to use as option value the ID of the city. We want to use the name of the city as label in the dropdown. And here we have the country table as parent, and also the country ID, which is part of the city and have a relationship with the country. And we provide that. And if we check the component table, actually I think I had a small mistake here. Let me repeat it again. City, then the ID, then the name, then the parent country, and country ID. Execute, and now, yeah, we already have this city, and here we have a fully generated select drop-down with automatically generated options. If I copy this and paste it here somewhere in the body, okay, you can see that it's with only with MySQL we generated the drop-down. And that is really great, because we don't need even we don't need PHP for now. Even we don't need ORM. We don't need to map logic and data. And once we update something in the table here, in the table city, or if we change something on the database structure, it's easy to provide the changes, and we have independent, the database is fully independent from the presentation layer. So in the next tutorial, we are going to go deep more into the other fields, the other table and fields of the author or in our billing database, billing system database, and we're going to provide more fields here in order to have a fully working form to create, for example, new user, or create, why not make payment for that user. See you in the next tutorial.